Hi everybody, this is Chris Joss and I'm the media technician here at Shoreline Community College, and I'm making this tutorial video today to address the problem of multiple ASF files in a lesson folder. What I'm talking about is this. You're working on trying to take your videos from Tegrity to put them into Panopto, and thanks to all the great people that have helped on this, there's been some tutorials that already show us how to do this. So starting here, we go to the folder that we download, then we go to class, then we choose projector. But here's where the problem comes up, is when you have multiple ASF files. Normally with you would just see screen0.asf, but in this case we have 4 different files, and the reason that is because when the person that created the lesson, or when you create your lesson and you make edits into the lesson, it's going to chop it up or chunk it out into multiple files. So that could be kind of scary for some of you, because you'll wonder if you have to upload each one of these files individually and then give your students individual links to each part of the file. That would be a total pain in the neck. Or you might think that you have to take these files and learn how to become a video editor and piece them back together in Windows Movie Maker or iMovie or something like that. You don't have to do that either. Actually, you can do this directly from Tegrity to Panopto. You don't have to convert the files into anything else. You don't have to use YouTube, and it's really quite easy to do. So let me show you how this is done. The first thing I did is I went down here to my folder in Panopto, and I right-clicked on the folder, and I selected New Subfolder, and I gave this folder a name according to the class that I'm working on building this from. So this was Accounting 202, Chapter 9, Part 2. And then I went up to Create, and I clicked Upload Video, choose Video or Audio Files, and then this is where I finally went to the projector file here, where I got these 4 ASF files. Okay. Now, in the interest of saving time, I've already uploaded these, and so now here I have my folder with the 4 ASF files that make up that one lesson. Okay. So now the next step is to piece them together using Panopto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one of the sequence. You notice that each one of the screen files has a number after it. In fact, we'll go ahead and we will sort these by their names so it shows them in sequential order. This is going to be the very first one, and you'll see we have different times on these. Here's one that is 4 seconds. This one is 10:56, 19:01, 11 minutes, 24 seconds. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select just the first one, and I'm going to select it, and we're going to click Edit. And it's going to open up the interface for the editing window in Panopto. Okay, and we can see this very, very short 4-second file. We can see it right down here in the timeline. Okay, now the next step is we want to, one by one, we want to add those files, the other screen files, and we want to always tack each one onto the end of the previous one. So here's how we do that. We're going to click on this button right here that says Add Content. Okay, then we're going to see this folder that says Add Another Session. Now there's Add a Video or Presentation, but that is meant for adding something that is not already in Panopto and processed, for adding something external. For our uses, we want to use Add Another Session, and then we want to find the folder where these ASF files are stored. Now, don't do what I did in the beginning. I got a little bit confused because I went down to my folder and opened it up, and I was looking for that subfolder inside my primary folder. It's not located that way. What you have to do is actually go alphabetically and find the folder. It's not in a drop down, so it'll be right here, and I'm going to toggle this open. And since we've already added the screen 0, all we have left to choose from is the other 3 files, screen 1, screen 2, screen 3. Okay, so we started off with screen 0. Now we are going to choose screen 1, and where it says new session position, we want to click end so that it will tack that onto the end of the previous file. And then I hit OK. Now I have the two files, the screen right here, you can see screen 0 and screen 1 that are together as one file. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to go back to the add content folder, wait for the list to populate. It usually takes a second or two. Go back to my accounting folder, and you'll notice that now there's only two files in there because the other two are now comprising this new file. So I want to choose screen 2, and again I want to click end and hit OK. Now we have a total of 3 files. The first one, because it's so actually if we expand the timeline, we can see there's the 4-second one, the screen 0. This one here is the screen 1 file, and now tacked onto that we have the screen 2. So what are we going to do? We're going to do it one more time. We're going to go back to add content, wait for the list to populate, go back to our folder. There's only one screen file left. We choose it. We want to go back to new session position once again, click on end, hit OK. And now you can see that as we scroll across our timeline that all 4 of those videos, you could see them here and you could also see them here, that they've all been pieced together into one file. The next thing that I want to do is I want to go up here and I want to hit Save As. And I want to give this a new name so that they're not all called screen. I want to call this master file. This will mean it was the file. It was the file that I ended up with after I put those other files together. And we hit OK. And then we go back to our folder, going back here. And you can see that now I have the screen 0 master file. It's at 41 minutes 27 seconds. I can now delete each one of these other files. I'm going to wait, just to play it safe, I'm going to wait until this is done encoding. And I'm going to pause the video right now, and we'll see how this file looks after it's been encoded. Okay guys, so here I am. We have successfully pieced together 4 different ASF files into one file. You can see here that I have the file. It's complete. It goes to 41 minutes 25 seconds, and that is how you piece together multiple ASFs into one file. So for now, my work is done here. Thanks for taking the time to watch this tutorial, and good luck and have a lot of fun with Panopto. It's a great application.